We all know and use measurements on a daily basis, but what we don't know is that there are more complex things than just knowing how many centimeters a notebook is, and that's why I'm here, to explain it to you, the topic of measurements and units. First we have the physical quantity, which is a quantity based on a phenomenon or a body, and we can know the physical quantity by comparing it with a previously known concept. And for example, a physical quantity is time, length, mass, etc. Then we have three basic concepts of measurements, which is the standard, the magnitude, and the unit. A standard is a permanent physical record that implies and requires a specific measurement unit. A magnitude is defined by a specific number and a specific unit of measurement, for example 20 centimeters or 4 kilometers. A unit is a particular quantity that is used to compare two units of the same kind. For example, if you want to calculate weight, you can calculate it with grams or with pounds. Then we have the most important part of this topic, which is measuring. And measuring is basically comparing an unknown quantity with another quantity that is already known. For example, if I want to measure this cell phone in centimeters, I just take a ruler that measures with centimeters, and I calculate it with the ruler, and by that I can know that this cell phone measures 9 centimeters based on this ruler. There are two types of measuring, one being the direct measuring, which practically or basically consists in measuring an unknown magnitude with a device with the same magnitude. For example, a ruler, which is the most common example, which measures centimeters, which is length, or a weight that measures mass. Then we have the indirect measurement, which is basically measuring a magnitude with formulas, with mathematical formulas. For example, if I want to know that my car runs 60 kilometers every 2 hours, I want to know its velocity, then the formula of the velocity is distance over time. And that means that I have to divide 60 over 2, which is the kilometers over the hours, and that is going to give me 30 kilometers per hour, which is the velocity. There are four types of errors in measurements, which are the systematic error, the absolute error, the random error, and the relative error. First we have the systematic error, which is the error of calibration in the measurement device. For example, a ruler, if it is broken or bent, it is gonna have a measurement error, a systematic error, which can be, for example, 0.5 centimeters, and that is not going to give you the exact centimeters you need. Then we have the random error, which occurs when the magnitude varies randomly. For example, if I have 3.3006 and I use only 3.3, it's going to give me a random error of 0.006 because I didn't use that value. Then we have the absolute error, which is the difference between the measured value and the real value, the value that we know. For example, if I take this bottle over here and I know that it is 355 milliliters, and I put it into a measuring cup, or if I measure it by using a formula and it gives me 356 millimeters, it's gonna give me an absolute value of 1 millimeter. Finally, we have the relative error, which is a fraction of the ratio of the absolute error and the true value, which is, for example, of the bottle 355 millimeters. And if we want to calculate the relative error, we just take the absolute error which was in the previous example 1 milliliter. We just divide the 1 milliliter over the 355 milliliters, which is the true value, and then we get the relative error, which would be 0.002 or 0.002%. So now we know the basics of measuring, but what if I want to convert a unit? Well, converting units is as simple as using the rule of 3. For example, I know that 1 feet is equivalent to 30.48 centimeters, but what if I want to know how many centimeters are in 7 feet? Well, I just use the rule of 3. If 1 feet is equal to 30.48 centimeters, how many centimeters are going to be in 7 feet? So what I just do is multiply 7 feet times 30.48 over 1, which is which dividing it over 1 is kind of unnecessary, and it gives me 213.36 centimeters. So now I know that 7 feet is equal to 213.36 centimeters.